moms out there, this recipe is not for you to make.
This Italian aid bake is made from crusty ciabatta bread, tangy smoked mozzarella, sweet and meaty sun-dried tomatoes, and the freshest spinach from Caruso Farms East. It can be made the night before, and it's the perfect meal for a lazy Sunday, but special enough to serve to Mom this Mother's Day.
And it's so easy, almost any husband could do it.
Even the really untalented one.
I'm going to grab a 9x13 pan, coat this with either butter or cooking spray. Or maybe they're really lazy. Does that mean they just don't want to cook you some food? Make sure that you get the sides as well. If your husband is a dipshit, jerk face, poopy head. Well, that way when your egg casserole comes out of the oven, you can cut it in really nice slices and it doesn't stick to the side. It needs a lot of guidance. So I'm gonna set that aside for a minute. We're shaming men that can't make casserole. Next, I'm gonna take 6 eggs and whisk them in a bowl. Whisk, 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 whisk.
I'm whisking my eggs.
Whisk, 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 whisk. Then I'm going to add 3 cups of heavy cream.
There are also a lot of husbands that can cook.
There's a lot of husbands that can cook. This is not for you.
You just don't have one of them.
I don't have. I'm gonna whisk that in, and we're gonna add a little bit of salt and pepper. About a half a teaspoon of salt and about a quarter teaspoon of pepper. And then I'm gonna add about 1/3 of a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. And we're gonna set this aside and we're going to cut our bread. Today I'm using an Italian ciabatta bread.
I sliced my bread and cut it into 1-inch cubes.
We chopped up all our ciabatta bread. Now I'm going to put it in our greased 9x13 pan. Do you think Dad can make this for me?
No, I don't think he knows how to cut bread.
That's a lot of it.
Yeah, the ones that come pre-sliced.
Yeah, I'm the pre-slicer.
I know.
Next thing I'm going to do is chop up about 2 cups of spinach.
I bought my spinach at Caruso Farms East.
Caruso Farms is a local family-owned farm here in Verona, PA. I'm just gonna go ahead and pinch off the end, and it's so fresh. It tastes nothing like the spinach that you would get in your grocery store. The leaves are more tender. It doesn't have that bitter taste. It's much sweeter as well. If you are local, I will leave all of their information in the description box below. Stack them on top of each other, roll them up, and we chiffonade them.
Feeling like a rebel, you can tear it.
Sprinkle that over. This is gonna be a really pretty dish too, because all moms like pretty things. Make sure you bring her some coffee. I know I can't even talk before I have coffee.
Oh, you do talk.
Yeah, I shouldn't. But I say you spike it. Get your mom drunk because she'll be happy the rest of the day. Come on out. Come on. I don't know if you've ever had smoked mozzarella, but it is really something special. Look at that. Can you see? It's got this yellow exterior from the smoke. And it's just an amazing flavor. I like to use about 2 cups of smoked mozzarella. I'm just gonna go ahead and take my smoked mozzarella cubes. I'm going to kind of tuck some cheese down under here because I want every bite to have a little bit of the cheese, not just on top. The rest like that. And then the last thing we're gonna add is our sun-dried tomatoes. I have a jar, this is about a cup of sun-dried tomatoes that are in oil, and I'm gonna drain them, maybe. I'm gonna go ahead and, come on, join the party. And chop them up. Again, I'm gonna sprinkle it. Probably gonna tuck some down in there. Can you see how pretty that is already? Isn't that nice? Pour the egg custard on top. So we want to make sure that all of this egg custard soaks into the bread before we bake it. So what I like to do, it's a little messy, but I actually like to kind of smush a little bit and let this sit for about a half an hour before we put it in the oven. Okay, it's been about a half an hour and we let our egg custard soak into our bread. I did add a little bit more spinach to the top of my strata because I just think it's really pretty. I think it looks really, really nice. I'm gonna give it one final smush. Did you hear that? You can see the egg mixture, the custard, rise to the top here, so you know that all of the bread is soaked very well. I'm gonna rinse my hands and I'm gonna cover this with aluminum foil and we're going to bake it at 350 degrees. We're gonna let that bake for 30 minutes and then we're going to take the foil off and let it bake for another 15 minutes. This looks amazing. Can you see? Look how beautiful that is. I would like this in bed. Okay! All right, I'm excited to try this. I like to use a fish spatula because it's flexible and it really just gets down in there. Look at that. I really love the crusty bits over here.
Yeah.
You're probably in my shot because she really wants the food, people. Oh, this is ridiculous. You really make your mom happy if you make this for her. If your husband is a real loser and not gonna make this for you, you could make this for yourself the night before and he could just pop it in the oven on Mother's Day morning and you can still get your breakfast in bed.
There you have it, an Italian egg bake with ciabatta, smoked mozzarella, and spinach. Share this video with your husband and your kids so you can get a delicious meal this Mother's Day morning. And for more recipes that you would like other people to make for you and serve you in bed, go to my website, The Nighttime Cook. And if you like my channel, please like, subscribe, and share. I make new videos weekly. Thanks for stopping by.